Puerto Rican chick really want to be white.
Oh, he did that. Yo, all right, we are back. So we were just speaking about Kanye West first and foremost, man. I pray for Kanye West, man, and he gets his, he truly finds peace. I know this is mental awareness month. I think
Yep.
that's 365 days a year. So I don't think this needs to be celebrated just a month. I think mental health or mental disease is every day. People go through it every day. Every person goes through it. Even if they depressed at one moment, that's mental illness. That's a mental illness.
Shit, I got anxiety, like straight up, like actually diagnosed with anxiety. Now it's not general anxiety. Mine has to be triggered, and usually triggered by like what they call the fear of the unknown. So when I get a anxiety when I don't know, like say when I go to the doctor and get blood work, I don't know. So I get all these scenarios in my head of
Right.
what it could be.
Right.
You know what
See.
I'm saying? So I got medical anxiety. It's real. Like people don't understand that a lot of this stuff plays on mental illness. A lot,
A
pretty much
lot.
everything we do
And
plays on mental.
I want
Like
to shout out, to one of our friends of the show. We knew her since, oh my God, I knew her since middle school. This is my homegirl, Lauren Hope. She is a motivational speaker. She has a story to tell about mental health illness that she had. That she went through a depression to the point that she was homeless, living in a car, and right now she's one of the big time motivational speakers right now that she spreads to the school about her story. She's out, expressing her story and sharing her testimony, and it's beautiful, man. Like when you could come out that box and just you gotta face the fact first and foremost that you have it,
yes, that's the key.
start
That's
working on it, and then share it to the people that might not know that they do have it, or they do know that they have it but they in denial, and they just need that little push to accept that fact, and then start putting your heart and soul into God, man, for real. That really really truly helps. Ain't nothing better than that. So all right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into another topic. Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? One of the legends, big time legends. I mean, Bill Cosby, the Bill Cosby Show was one of my first shows before the Family Matters, before the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, before Martin, before all these great, great, how can I say, beautiful black shows, black community. This was for the black community that people could say that this show is ours.
and then it was for professionals because we had some of those shows, but to have this show that shows it ain't about poverty, and I mean these dudes it was a doctor and a lawyer,
Correct.
okay, that had a beautiful family,
Correct.
and it made you have hope of oh shit I can actually get that, like that's
Exactly.
crazy.
Exactly.
Like
Beautiful.
I see it's not like good times where they struggling every day.
Oh yeah, good time. I'm sorry, good times. Good times was the
Uh,
first. Like
But
that's,
no, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
good times, and
But
Sam, they
in,
got all them.
in my age bracket,
Yeah, yeah, it was
our
supposed to be.
age bracket was the Bill Cosby Show. So all right, well, Bill Cosby was guilty of 3 counts of sexual conduct or sexual rape,
Sexual assault.
sexual
Yeah,
assault, rape, throwing content like drugs and girls' drinks. There's video of the. I don't personally. He's supposed to be serving 8 to 10 years. Sentencing isn't into like 6 months from now.
that's crazy.
So
Yo, my thing is this. So I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm sorry to take this on some racial, and I'm not really saying, but come on now, all these other people that have allegations, from fucking the actors to everybody else, but he's getting locked up.
I'm gonna tell
I
you
don't.
this.
Explain that shit to me. Somebody explain that shit to me. Why is there? Why is that? All the shit that Trump, all of that, like, but Bill Cosby is the fall guy for it.
Let me tell you this. This is how I feel.
I don't know.
This is how I feel. First and foremost, he ain't never gonna step foot in a jail. I
That's
that's
that's how I felt.
Yeah, he's not gonna step foot in the jail. He's going to get the treatment of a nice place where he's comfortable. Yes, he's going to be locked up in that place, and I feel like he's gonna have that
In population, general population, it definitely
right,
ain't gonna.
like that Paula Dean lockup, or that what's the other lady Stewart
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart lockup. Not
All the deans.
Yeah, a Paula Dean lockup or a Martha Stewart lockup. Like it's not going to be literally like what we think of it to be, where
They
you're
ain't
well in
Oz.
the
Put it that way, they ain't Oz.
yeah. They not no. He's not gonna be in Rikers Island. He's not gonna be stuck in an island with all these Cree. Not all of them, but these people that actually committed real true murder. And again, to all, if this really happened, okay, let's just say Bill Cosby really happened. I I I'm sorry, and not like I did it, but I'm sorry for all the victims, the women that came out and spoke on it about what Bill Cosby did. But truly, I'm sorry. I don't believe the story. I at the beginning, and I know Sherry is gonna like say liar because I know she is. Because at the beginning, I did feel some type of way about it, and I was like, "Yo, Bill, like, why?" You know what I'm saying? And when I automatically hear a woman getting drugged and doing things, and there were signs of Bill saying that he jokingly did it. He said it, so it was like,
I'm a, I'm a jump in.
okay, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I'm sorry. I want to say this. I'm not trying to. In no way am I sugarcoating or trying to make this seem like making an excuse for Bill Cosby or any guy that does anything like that.
Right.
I'm truly not everybody. What I'm saying is that we've all been in situations where we party, right? We've all seen situations where the guy is joking. He like, yo, let's do something to make you feel good. I'm gonna put some ecstasy. I'm gonna put some. It's not like the true date rape drug. I don't know. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but is there a possibility that it was like that and they don't remember because they was all fucked up that they were cool with that, and then they like, well, you drugged me, or they trying to spin it like it was a date rape drug, and she put a glass up there, excuse me, and then he dissolved some pill, some things in their liquid. Is that like I don't know because I'm not saying I know that deep. Now, if it's the fact that they were partying, my thing is that during that time, everybody was on drugs and partying. So when you go to these events, and I tell young girls this, I'm not making an excuse. They should not touch you, but at the same time, people are crazy. You know what they called you in a room for. You know what's going on, right?
Exactly.
You're smart enough. You know what's good. So I've seen, and I'm not saying this is the same situation, but I've seen women claim those sexual assaults and things like that when it really was them being ashamed that they let 5 guys mess with them. I literally witnessed this at one point, and I didn't say I wasn't in the bedroom, but I knew a story of there was a young girl that she was always asking us on the block to get her some stuff. You know what I'm saying? When I first moved out here, always asking her, yo, can you get a drink? I'm like, yo, you like 15? No, of course not. We ain't gonna do that. So we move on. We ignore her, everything. So these dummies that were like, one was 21, one was 20, and one was like 18 or 17 or whatever. Well, they got her drinks that afternoon. She knew what she was doing. She got caught when her mother came home early from work. She said that they got her drunk, drugged her, and did that. She was bullshitting. Now, mind you, it's true that they did get her drunk. But she actually sparked the party because she asked them to bring the drinks and the drugs over there. So you knew it was going to put you in that state. It wasn't like they brutally beat you down and did all like that. They all locked up. She's running around. Cool. She 18, 20, or 20 now. Cool. Got a good life, college and everything. They done.
Oh, man.
And it wasn't just black men. It wasn't just Hispanic men. There was a white guy in there, too. That's not fair to these young men that they stupid, in my opinion. They dumb. So they deserve that shit because you know better than that because she was young for one. For two, you know, she egged it on. Meaning, when I say that, I'm talking about she asked to get fucked up. That's what I'm saying. She asked to get drunk, to get high, and then she got frisky, right? But she lied, and she knows she lied because her best friend said that, and her
Mm,
best friend stopped hanging out with her because of that. Because how you gonna do this to these young men?
right.
So I'm not saying that that happened with Bill Cosby, but it's very likely that that might have happened the same way.
You know
That
what
they
it is?
like, yeah, let's get hot, let's get hot. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it.
And forgive me for like
I maybe I sound you gonna get mad, whatever.
it's a touching subject, so it's kind of hard to kind of explain. But
Yeah,
like
it is.
with me, I feel like the timing is just completely off. Like all of a sudden, 30, 40, how long was this? And all of a sudden, they decide to go ahead and, all right, we're going to go ahead and charge them now. After 30 something years, 30
But I don't
plus years.
understand, and women will tell you that went through that. Just like, and I can't wait to get on this in the next segment. But that's women will tell you that that's been through that, and you'll have to understand. We'll have to understand that sometimes it takes one to go out, or they feel like so bad, or they feel like, you know what I mean. But it's hard to say. That's why I said it's a subject I can't really feel because I'm gonna be wrong with either way.
Right,
Either I'm wrong because I'm jumping on their side against something, and it may not be that way, or I'm sounding like I'm shaming them
right. And
for
see,
for stepping out.
and
Because
see,
maybe some people get molested. They don't talk about it for years, and then they let them know that their uncle molested them, and that happened. That actually
yeah,
happened.
I
Oh
experienced that.
God, this
Yeah.
just made a light bulb come in my head. I'm sorry. I'll tell you after off camera.
Yeah,
I'll,
so
yeah.
like with I had a girlfriend way back that she experienced that her uncle got molested, and she never really truly experienced, or how can I say, closed that chapter until she met me, and we got intimate. And before we got intimate, she started busting out crying, and that's when she told me. And that was like, I'm dumb, like I'm super young, bro. I'm only 18, 17 years old, and all of a sudden you just tell me this, and I'm like, yo, it just came out of nowhere. And for her to like see she got molested at the age of 7, 8 years old, like that is, yo, I could never, I never experienced, like all you could do is just hold that person and hug that person until they let it all out. Let them, let them talk and just listen, be the ear. So I understand that, and just to close out this the Bill Cosby, with the women that came out and they were busting out crying after the sentence, the verdict came out that he was guilty, and they were busting out crying. I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, he was Bill Cosby was done a long time ago. He hasn't been doing anything for a very long time. So that's why I felt like, okay, maybe this is real. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's not like he's on top of the world and all of a sudden all these women started coming out of nowhere trying to knock down another man, or, because there's been a lot of fugazi stuff going on last year with all these. It was like sexual harassment season. Nelly to Russell Simmons to all these people. Now it's Trump with a couple of porno stars or whatever the case is, and that's the person we call our president with this allegations, and even his lawyer admitted that he did pay off Stormy, what's her name, Stormy Daniels, $130,000 of hush money, of his own money. So that's been proven. So we already know that direction. Anyways, it's it's saddened to say that there's a possibility this happened, and if it did, shout out to those women. I hope they found some type of closure in this. And for Bill Cosby, man, he's still a legend in my eyes with his show. I know they pulled this show from the network, all the repeats and stuff of the Bill Cosby show. They pulled it. He lost. They also pulled his college. That he put a lot of money because he did a lot of things for his college. He built a lot of schools and different things like that. So he did a lot for the black community. So for people to think that he just acted and did comedy, no, he did a lot for the black community. So shout out to Bill Cosby in that aspect. But I pray for him. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and go into another commercial break, and we'll be right back.
No doubt.